Good morning. We're in front of this beautiful Methley plum, and I can get closer to it. The pink one is so high up I had to get far away. But anyway, happy spring. I hope it comes to you Midwest and East Coast people very soon. Today I'm going to talk about a book, and then I might take you on a little tour. I'll show you the rhubarb. It's just coming up, and we've rototilled. But first, this message from our sponsor, JBS Farms soaps. And today's soap is Morning in Madrid. Oh my gosh. This was on request from Jessica. I had to make it for her because I'd had a candle in this, and that's what the name of it was. But I didn't know what they used. Well, I found out which scent it was, and so I made the soap, because those people don't make soap, they just make candles. And so this is a sweet orange chili pepper scent. And you can't really smell the chili peppers. There's just a little, I don't even want to say spice, because you'll think of cinnamon and nutmeg, and it's not that. It's just a sweet orange, citrusy, but with some depth. And I did it in the sun moon mold, and it's a little over 4 ounces, and I just love this orange color. And since I wasn't sure, I mean, when I bought this I heard it was a really good fragrance oil, but I didn't know what it was until Jessica said, "Mom, can you make Morning in Madrid?" I just ran out of the candle and I loved it. So I went through my stash and I researched, and I had it. So I used it all up. I think there's 4 soaps available, and she and I kept, so I made a total of 6 soaps, and I had just a little bit left over, so I made 2 packages of Morning in Madrid Eco Soya Wax Tart Melts. And these are, you know, the little guys that you melt and you don't have to have a flame, and they make your house smell divine. So I didn't give Jess any of these. I probably should. She didn't have a tart melter, and so anyway, she gets a soap. Let's see, I was going to talk about a book today too, because I started one last night and I couldn't put it down. I hate starting out by telling you about a book that's going to be good, but you know, I'm only a bazillionth of the way into it. But this is Killing Custer by James Welch with Paul Stekler, and they did a movie for PBS on Custer's Last Stand type thing. The thing that's different about this book is it's from the Indian point of view. White man is not very nice. And it doesn't even talk about when Coronado, and way back in the 1400s, when they came over and gave all the natives disease, smallpox, and I don't know, there was another one that they gave and wiped them out. So that's why when Columbus and his guys came over, they had a better chance of taking over the country, because half of the Indians had been wiped out. Another genocide, but it is interesting. It talks about, you know, where the places are. It has photographs of let's see, this was where one of the first Indian massacres took place, and it turns out they were women and children and old men, because the younger men had taken off on a food hunting party. It was winter, and you know, they're hungry, and they probably were all sick. They were probably all dying of smallpox anyway. That's so sad. I don't know, you know, there's a lot of inequality in life, and here's another one. But anyway, I was getting depressed over the news, you know, with ISIS and all that kind of stuff. And I don't even want to bring up the names, but husband's been working at the museum, been volunteering at the museum, and he said he's been reading the 1900 newspapers back in 1901, and he says they thought the world was coming to an end then too. All these horrible things in Europe were happening and all this stuff, so I guess we just have a hard time of it. So instead of dwelling on that, it is a well-written book. I'm enjoying reading it, even though it's, you know, makes you mad. Let's walk around the garden and think of something happier, and Morning in Madrid. But I'll show you the rhubarb and the garden. Oh, and daffodils. So let's take off and look at a few fun things. So here the rhubarb's starting up. You can see, let me go there, where's the rhubarb? And over here, over here are the garlics. And we planted them in the fall, and they're coming up. And then there's some volunteer garlics over there. So these are the rhubarbs. I think we have over 100 plants. They're all coming up. I have the red and the green type. I'm going to swing you around to here and go over to, there's a pear tree down there, and then this cage we just built for the tayberries, which is a cross between a blackberry and a raspberry? Yeah. And it makes the best jam. Oh, and there's some grapes over there. We don't know what kind they are. They're kind of champagne-like or something. They're kind of small. And I'll just show you. There's the valley. Grass is starting to grow. Here comes the stupid wind. There's some buds coming on a pear tree. Here are the raspberries. They're just starting to get a few little buds. And 2 days ago, John rototilled the garden. So, and there's the pink tree and the rhubarb's over there, and then that white. You can only see a bit of it. That's where I was filming, under the methley. And so we'll get those dahlias in. I did dahlias down here last summer, so the dahlias are going to go up here, and I'll put our vegetable garden down there. Here's the cottage. I'm trying to hold my hand over the wind. The table John made out of basalt, and then that's a basalt patio, and the daffodils, and then we put a wheel there to hold up the rows. Here are the daffodils, and I just found some bluebells in there. Aren't they pretty? Let's see, there's a couple over here. These guys are finishing up, but I got them from my mother-in-law, and she's passed away a long time ago, so I think of her every time I see him. And this is my lavender, and there's some more of the daffodils like up by under the tree. And look, I found a hyacinth. Oh boy, but it's too far away to smell. Rat. I love the smell of hyacinths. So I hope spring comes to you soon and you can enjoy the flowers. Thank you for joining me, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.